Greetings, everyone. Welcome to our meeting here today. Thank JSOP wants to extend gratitude to everyone for joining. And thank you for your continuous and your endless support for the Jamaican deaf community for our panelists that we have gathered here today. I will be the MC. My name is Amanda Anderson, and this is my sign name. I'm a deaf woman. I'm dark skinned, dark brown. I have on a yellow polo shirt with a green logo insignia. I have on a mixture of dark and light colors on my jacket. I have a mixture of different colors in my hair, a mixture of gold, brown, just a mixture of hair. My background is just cream. It's a plain cream color. We're going to start our discussion with an open prayer. I will be asking Omar to open in prayer for us. And I'll hand over to Omar to go ahead and start with us. Omar, are you ready? We'll give him a few minutes to get himself together. He should be on soon. Okay, Omar's here. We're glad to see him. Handing over to you, Omar. Please open in prayer for us.
My name is Omar, the green shirt. Black. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up with prayer. Heavenly Father, Father of grace, we're all here together in this in location of this country, and we pray for wisdom and allow all of us to get connected, working as a team. Open our minds as when we get involved in this discussion and and our hearing, our listening. Please allow us to share this goal. And we thank you for all of us here today. God bless you all. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Omar, for that beautiful prayer. Next, I'll be handing over to our JSLBT moderator, who is Zandria Peterson. I'll hand over to Zandria, and she can go ahead and open up for us. Hi, Zandria. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you all for joining our live stream, joining our discussion. This is a momentous occasion. I am so excited. I am excited, super excited for many reasons, honestly. Or many reasons I'm excited. One of the main reasons being that this is a sense of connection, a sense of collaboration, a sense of friendship everyone that we have here today, our panelists. We really value everyone that is here today. It's a huge wow moment having everyone here together. I'm really excited. So excited. Greetings, everyone, to the deaf community, to those who are in different countries, different locations that are watching this live stream. Hello to you all. Greetings to you all. Hello, hello, hello. Big up, Wagwan. Big up. Everything good? All right, so I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Zandria. This is my last name, Patterson, and this is my sign name. My background is a sort of darkish blue. I'm wearing a dark navy blue shirt, really, really dark navy blue shirt. I have my hair is in a bun, and I'm brown skinned, and I have on black glasses. I'm a deaf woman, and I am from Jamaica. So JSLBC, our main goal, our main theme for today is to really build deaf resilience, to develop deaf resilience. And we aim to do so through collaboration and partnership with the Jamaican diaspora and the Jamaican deaf community. That is our topic for today. I'll go ahead and have the panelists introduce themselves. We have four. Are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? We're ready to introduce four. I'm happy for you guys to meet everyone that we have here. And we'll go ahead and spotlight each panelist. Once each panelist is spotlighted, they'll go ahead and introduce themselves. They will spotlight themselves. So first, I will let Rohan. Rohan, go ahead. Please spotlight yourself and introduce yourself to everyone that we have here. Just a short description, a short, explanation about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rohan Smith. This is my sign name. My sign name used to be this in Jamaica. And ever since, really, I'm wearing this suit. I wear a suit, and I have gray hairs. I have my glasses. Behind me, there's my daughter, and there's books and pictures. So you guys got it. I hope you guys get it. Jamaica, and Volcano Bay, but St. Mary, the school in the town of. There's a beautiful country over here. I every day I would look at the view every day, and it just stuck with me. So I just stayed here, and then there's a deaf school, and I moved there, and I forgot about that school. It was a beautiful mountains, and the view was beautiful.
Thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you. Rising RS is a which one are we going with now?
Oh no, I prefer this sign right here. Again, I prefer this sign.
Okay, okay. That's fine. I'm a little bit awkward. I'm not sure which one I should use. I guess we'll stick with the one that you prefer.
Okay, yeah, the one from Jamaica. Okay.
All right, I will now hand over to Claudia. Please go ahead and spotlight and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I am here in Washington, D.C. My name is Claudia Gordon. My sign name is Claudia, and I am from the beautiful parish of St. Mary. And I believe this is the sign for St. Mary Parish. I'm learning slowly, and I go home pretty often. I grew up near Blue Hole River. Back then, it was just our little community. That's where we would go to wash our clothes, carry our water, because we were up the hill. And at that time, there was no plumbing in Blue Hole. It's packed with tourists. So I have feelings about that. But we were in a very small community. That's where I grew up, right near Blue Hole. So now I'm based in Washington, D.C. I work for a company called T-Mobile, your phone services. It's a telecom company. Before T-Mobile, I worked for the government for 15 years. And I also worked with President Obama. Such a special experience. Last week, I was attended Chicago for the Presidential Center Library that opened recently. It was a wonderful experience. I made many connections. Former colleagues were there. And so I am thrilled to be here today. I forgot to give a description. I'm wearing an orange dress. I have silver glasses on, and I have braids in a bun. I'm in my home office. I'm sitting behind a desk with pictures and flowers behind me, and I have the Jamaican flag behind me as well. I do have some pictures on the wall that have ABC hands painted.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Claudia. We have another panelist that will hop on, and her name is Nicola.
Hello, hello, deaf community. My name is Nicola Foster King, and this is my sign name, Nicola. Let me do a little bit of my background in my room here. I'm in my living room. My sofa is behind me. I have a light in the corner, and I have a shirt that is yellow, earrings that are yellow, and I'm a Black female. I was born in Jamaica. I lived there for 40 years. 40 years. I was born in St. Elizabeth. Many people think I'm from Kingston, but I really was born in St. Elizabeth. The area was Black Road, and that area got hit by the hurricane. I moved here a few years ago. I moved with my family. I have children, a girl and a boy, and my husband is deaf as well. I live here in Florida, in North Florida.
What do you do as an advocate? What do you advocate for?
Oh, yes, yes. I am an advocate. I work with children with CODAs and deaf children as well. Yeah, I'm a mom full time. I work on educating children, networking, tutoring. I do have TikTok and YouTube and Instagram as well. And the reason for this is exposure to the Caribbean area. A lot of people don't know about deafness. And based on my experience as an educator assistant, I worked in the school system for 12 years. And so, with my children and other children, it's an opportunity to educate them about Jamaica.
Thank you so much, Nicola. Oh, I think like the countryside interpreters really be switching out. All right, great, Tashai. We have one more panelist, our final panelist, and his name is Ryan. Please go ahead and spotlight and introduce yourself, Ryan.
Hello, everyone. I am Ryan. My last name is Gale. This is my sign, Ryan. Gale. Okay. I have two sign names, one from Jamaica. That's this sign. And I've had this. And I use the sign Rain because um my nickname, my nickname has been Rain. So I understand. Wait, the sign, the the spelling is off. It's Rian, but it's still the sign Rain. So instead of using my sign from Jamaica, I the rain that for the sign of rain has meaning. I am from Kingston, Jamaica, and I went to the deaf institution there. Um, Lattermere Galboy School for the Deaf. So I went there, graduated, and went to college. And now I'm working at a university. If you can see here, West University, and I work in the service department. I'm a director there, and I run that department, and I teach classes here as well. And I advocate as well, deaf and teach the deaf interpreters. I live in Oregon, the state of Oregon. So it's not too far from West California. I'm a male, I'm black, with braids, with cornrows, and I have a red shirt. I'm inside my office, my background, there's pictures, there's a plant behind me. Um, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Everyone's seeing. Well, you see how amazing these amazing people that we have here today. This is why I'm so excited. These panelists, go ahead and spotlight yourselves, turn on your cameras. I will moderate, ask questions here and there. All right, everyone, all panelists, please turn on your cameras. If you can spotlight yourselves as well. All right, so these are our panelists. They all lived in Jamaica prior, grew up in Jamaica for some time, and then migrated to America or Canada or whichever country it was. I have a question for you all. How would you compare your Jamaican experience to your American experience? Like, what do you really look back on being in Jamaica, and how does it differ from being in America or whichever country? Okay, Claudia, you'd like to go ahead? You can go ahead first.
Yeah, I was brave and I had to dive in. If I understand the question, it's really about thinking about childhood in Jamaica and really looking back at that time. To let you know, again, I was born in St. Mary Parish in a community that was called Cascade. It was a very small, beautiful, rural area, but that community was tight. Everybody knew each other, went to the same school, attended the same church. You would see each other on the street every day. We were close. We were a close-knit community. I was not born deaf. I was actually born hearing. I attended a mainstream regular school. I had friends from my community. When I was 8, one day during the summertime in August 1980, I will remember it forever. That day I was out playing. I was in the yard. I was among trees with my cousin. There was no TV at that time, no phone to play on, nothing fancy, no fancy bikes, just nature. We had fruit trees. We had things growing in the soil, plants growing in the soil. So back in the 1980s, I remember that it was a hot summer day and I had pain along my throat and jawline when I was 8 years old. A lot of pain. I ignored it for a while, but it persisted. And to cut a long story short, I became deaf immediately. Looking back, I'm not sure what happened. My family was poor. So there was no ambulance to race to the hospital and do exams and to figure out what happened. I just stayed home and completely lost my hearing overnight, and that changed my life. I was a popular kid, I was smart, and now I became ostracized from my community, paranoid. Many of the community members thought if they were near me, they would catch deafness too. You know, the deaf community can be very superstitious. And so they thought of it as an omen, and I felt very isolated at that time. They took me out of school. There was no school of the deaf there, and they didn't know how to deal with me. My family didn't know about the deaf schools in Kingston and St. Christopher, and so I stayed home for 2 years. Finally, my mom brought me to New York at the age of 11. But as for confidence, I'm grateful for my early education. I was able to bounce back. But when we talk about education, that's something that nobody can take away from you. So looking back at my childhood, that's what I remember.
Thank you for sharing that experience with us, Claudia, and showing us how much that would have impacted you, how much that would have changed your life and changed everything for you. I really hope that you remember everything that led up until that point and not just what happened after you became deaf. Does anyone have any other comments? Anything to share about their experience in Jamaica? Oh, Ryan. Okay, or Rain.
Yeah, I always love Jamaica. I fly there often and visit, family and my mother I keep in contact with. There's some deaf friends that, we still talk on the phone and we still communicate. So I never ignore it out in Jamaica. I always buy Jamaican food. That's a must. But growing up in Jamaica, I've had good experiences. Um, back then it was a lot different than it is now. you know, the schools, it was just different. It- there's the boats and things like that, um, there was a bag of juice. There's like yeah, it was that one
What
right there. It was like
juice?
some kind of juice. And I remember that time. And there's the Deaf Institute that I went to, and I look back, going to speech classes, and they would try to tell me how to pronounce a sound. And, you know, I stopped doing that. They have that culture there, but they don't have that here. So that's one thing that, I remember the most. And I got involved in the deaf community. I advocate and support it, and getting involved in deaf clubs. There's a deaf soccer team that I'm involved in. There's just a lot of wonderful experiences, and there's the teacher. Um, like there's the soccer. There's the video that's freezing with the interpreter. I don't know if they can see it clearly. Maybe we should switch the interpreter.
Everyone's freezing. Okay, Andre's gonna switch with Tashai, okay.
I just want everybody to catch this information. Um, I remember in Jamaica, all of those different things, Jamaican food, and there's just so many other things, and family getting in contact with them. I still keep in contact with them. It was old fashioned back in the day. You'd be in a boat and just having to get certain things, and there's the soaky, the juice bag. They don't have that anymore. Now it's a lot more bougier, I guess you could say. It's just different nowadays. Uh, but we're still alive. So, um,
Yeah, some of them still have. We do still have the sok and we still have the back
the
juice.
flavors, the taste is not the same. It's just not the
Right.
same. Advocating and being involved in the deaf community and the clubs, the teams like driver's licenses, helping get that, changing laws with that. I'm involved in sports. There's just so many wonderful experiences that, I can look back on in Jamaica and my life just going back there and going back home. It just the memories just never fade.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for sharing your experience, giving us a little bit of what your past looks like. And we already went to the type with the bus, but now we have these new innovative systems that they put into the bus where you can hold on and not be completely
Yeah,
spent.
I'm tall. It's just worse now. I'm tall.
Remember this. I remember that from back when, especially if it's a small bus, like the little country buses and not the big coaster buses. If it's a small, we know everyone was cramped, and you're a tall person.
Yes, yes.
All right. So you moved away. You were there. You experienced what everything happened for you in Jamaica. What was the biggest challenge once you arrived in America? Was there any sort of culture shock, like comparing Jamaica to America? Like what was really the biggest obstacle for you, your new experience being there? I want you to share that with us. Okay, Nicola, you can go ahead.
Yeah, before I started, I wanted to talk recently. I was born and raised and lived 40 years in Jamaica. And then a few years ago, I moved here to the US, and that was a big challenge for me. Just finding my place, my culture, work, access to services, trying to stay connected with my family, my mom. She lives there, trying to take care of my culture because I had that for 40 years. Also, as a deaf person, the communication barriers, that is one of my biggest challenges. For example, the bank in Jamaica, I call through an interpreter here in the US. And the bank will not accept my communication, the technology that I use. They refuse to accept that I'm speaking through an interpreter. And I try to tell them, I'm Nicola, I'm here. And they refuse to proceed with what I need. And I realize that Jamaica still doesn't know about technology and resources that are available for the community. Here, there's an opportunity for access, and I see there are so many struggles writing back and forth, trying to get a person to come with you to communicate. The communication access is great, but realizing that struggle in Jamaica, I've really seen the comparison living here. And I try to get the word out to Jamaica and say, hey, there's resources for the deaf. Communication is a big need. And that has been a challenge. Moving here and adjusting to life here, but still not being in Jamaica and knowing that need there, it's a lot. That's one thing I feel like we need to fix for the Jamaican deaf community.
For sharing that, Nicola. I can see where that would be a big challenge. Anyone else have anything that they'd like to add to that if anyone had similar challenges? Okay, Rohan. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, I've lived here more than 40, 50 years. I would say in my lifetime, there's this much. I lived just a short amount of my lifetime in Jamaica, but there's not a lot that I remember. But recently, um, I wanted to express one of the biggest challenges for me. Of course, it's not the same as Rain or Nicola, but it's a beautiful life. Um, Either way, finance issues, it just doesn't matter. We just live. Um, if you're either poor or don't have it, that doesn't mean that you're wrong. Um, the biggest challenges as far as the culture moving here myself, Jamaica, I was surprised, you know, at the institute school there, institution, the time was like 1978. There's a lot of white people that were there. And then more and more African black would pop up. And my mother, she would fill out the forms and the papers, and it would take so long, and I would wonder what that was. And that was just so we can stay grounded and settled down there. Um, I know it's beautiful, but I would just think I miss Jamaica, the school. It was, moving from Jamaica here, everything was closed off to blacks. So in Jamaica, it wasn't the same. Things would start popping up and coming up, and growing up, I would have to adjust and change. So inside, you know, um, it was different than other people. That just shows that Jamaica has grown more, and I've connected more. As far as the schools, the funny thing is, whether it's the teachers, they would have the schools over in Jamaica, and the schools here, there was like issues with education in Jamaica. Um, and then there was the classes, and I with those groups, the education, they just went and set it up in Jamaica. So the Jamaican schools, the tools that Jamaica has, as far as the teaching, it set up my life from there on. I was grounded there, and I just added to it. So I work here now. I'm a business owner. I'm a financial advisor with with a big company, and through all of the roadblocks, Jamaica, I've always had that in my heart, and the way I had grown up in Jamaica.
Okay, wow. So when you moved, did you feel like there was a lack of communication access, that it was very different comparing Jamaica to America in terms of maybe VRIM installations, trying to get through to friends, trying to figure out how you could communicate with your friends back in Jamaica? Compared to now, you have Facebook, you have all these social medias.
Long time.
All right, so I have an additional question for you all. Okay, so once you moved to whichever country you moved to, how did you continuously affirm yourselves as a Jamaican person? Like, how did you maintain that connection with culture, with identity? How did you keep that going? How did you keep that sustained? Remembering that you are a Jamaican, remembering those things that make you a Jamaican. Nicola, you can go ahead.
I still keep in touch with family. Uh, it is Jamaican tradition, the community events, the news, colleagues, the community. I really look at Facebook a lot, social media. Um, the deaf communities at Facebook, Instagram, all of that. That is how I keep me. It's funny, every time Jamaica holiday, I feel like that community, like for Labor Day, I feel like here in America, it happens, so I get double Labor Days because Jamaica has a different date. So I can connect back to the holidays. There's another holiday as well that I feel very connected to. So I keep that. The food, oh, the food. I still cook Jamaican food. I still cook goat and
Yes,
curry, all of
food,
that.
curry, yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah. Oxtail. Um, I always brag to my friends who I invite. I say, they come and they say, "Oh, this is Jamaican food," and I'll cook everything up. And they're always saying it's so delicious, so delicious. So I always brag on my food. But when I'm signing with my children, I use JSL. For example, I say, don't play like that. So I still say this colloquial language to my children, and they'll say, "What's that? What's that?" Because it's different here. So I still carry that language down to my children. It's special to me, and it makes me feel like home.
Hey, Ryan, you'd like to add? I'm curious to hear what you like to say. You've been there for a long time. How do you keep that Jamaican identity alive? How you keep that running?
Yeah, thank you. Same as Nicola. With my children and their signs. My son, his favorite sign he uses is this. He still uses that sign. We keep talking about that's just, just rambling on and just keep going. That's what that sign is. Um, I'm involved in Facebook groups with friends and the Jamaican deaf community and groups over there too. So, um, I approve certain posts. So involved in that as well. I'm stuck in that. I can't get away. So I look at both. I look at the posts and I accept certain posts as well. Um, I'm looking for a community here who's from Jamaica, and I'll go to certain events like New York, Florida. They have certain festivals there, and there's Jamaican, there's food, paintings. So I just associate and engulf myself in that. And there's certain stores and I'll meet certain Jamaicans in, and so I'll associate there as well. You know, there's there's just different sports as well, from that derived from Jamaica. So I also every so often will fly out to visit family and be involved in the community and support. Sometimes they might need some advice or counseling or information on schools, and they'll ask me about that, and I'll do some research and feed them some of the results that I found as well.
Love that. I love how you keep traditions alive, keep that Jamaican connection alive, keep the jail cell language in usage. It feels almost like home is where the heart is, something like that. Like, it's always there. It's
Home with the
always that
clothes.
connection.
Yeah. My kids, they have a hat with the flag on it, with the home flag. So we have the hat too.
All right. Hey, Jamaica will always be in your heart, regardless of where you go, regardless of where you move, you'll always remember Jamaica. Regardless of how many years you're away, Jamaica just always comes up in your mind. Awesome. All right, Rohan, since you've been there for a long time, how do you keep
Every
your
day
tradition
there's
alive?
Jamaican food I go to. I love Jamaican food. Um, it's very, very popular. Jamaican food is very, very popular. I've seen many people and even white people um, buy the food as well from that derived from Jamaica.
Jamaica strong, Jamaica strong.
Jamaican restaurants. There's lines at the restaurants, um, and it just makes me so proud, so proud. It it boosts my ego when people when it comes to the food, the people that people buy, and everywhere I go. They ask me where I'm from in Jamaica. I let them know Jamaica is just a beautiful island, and I just, my mother, she's there. Eh, just the island. There's just so many positives when it comes to Jamaica and the island itself. I already feel like I'm 100% Jamaican inside, but yes, I'm Canadian.
When I when I realized that you guys moved away, I still see you guys as Jamaican, regardless of the fact that you're in another country. I can easily pinpoint it. There's no awkwardness, there's no difference. I can still tell that you're Jamaican at heart. Regardless of if you change citizenship or how many years you've been there, I see the Jamaican. You're not Jamaican, you're from Jamaica. All right. On to my next question. Since you migrated, developed yourselves as functioning adults, how do you think how do you think you can keep that collaboration alive between the community in America and the deaf Jamaican community that we have in Jamaica? Ryan, you can go ahead, or Rain.
One way we can do this is networking, supporting, meaning sometimes some people know me. If something comes up when it comes to Jamaica, how I can support them or how can I find, a school or an institute. I'll refer them to there and get them connected. For example, recently there's a hurricane, um, you know, that caused some destruction. So I had introduced some people that I knew to take lead, and I introduced them, and that's how the networking started. Just staying active, when it comes to education and the interpreting program, I'll connect them and keep things going there. And the second way, I haven't done this yet, but that I was thinking of is setting up like, a deaf institute or like a group that you can get in connection with,
Alumni group.
alumni group on if someone doesn't know how to do something, they can just add things to that. And they can refer or help, whether it's the bank or there's certain things that, are complicated. They can have that direct connection to the bank. That's just one possibility. And also, what we can share certain information with each other. It's just an idea.
So Ryan, based on what you commented, I have something to add. Where would the funding come from for something like that? Because here in Jamaica, we have a few organizations across parishes. Um, what would you do to really like develop awareness about what we can do there in Jamaica?
Maybe like resources and education. Sure, you know, um, we can provide training. That's one thing. Uh, you know, advice. Now, often I tell people try not to, disconnect, because I understand here in Jamaica is different. Have to respect their culture. So, we want to keep their culture fresh. So if something comes up and I feel like I can give them some kind of feedback or advice, then I'd let them know. But being too involved to disrupt that, I wouldn't want. It still needs to be connected to their culture. If I can help, then I would let them know if I could be of service.
Thank you so much, Ryan, for sharing that with us. Rohan, it seems like you have something to add. He's switching in CS interpreters. Moving on to Andrew as a CS interpreter. Rohan, you can go ahead.
I don't want to step on any toes, but one possibility that we could help support either Facebook or, social media. If I and you we could be motivated and getting involved and try to get funding for that. And then the second thing is, from what I see with other organizations and people that have been successful, um, is really, just using your skills. I volunteered a lot. And, now it became something that I do every day for work. So, as a group, thinking that volunteering is not a big deal, it is. It is a big deal. There's many big companies or any place, whether it's interviews or different experiences. Volunteering can develop your skills, develop your knowledge, and volunteering, if Jamaica can, you know, come up with a program where volunteers are more involved as far as knowledge, that would be one of the things that would help. I'm hoping, you guys understand me clearly.
Well, you have something to add. It seems like you have something to add.
Yeah, I would like to add as well. So the mentorship program, while living here, I see such a community need. And as Rohan said, it's not poor per se, it's behind. Behind. While I'm living here, what I have seen and the resources that are available, I see our community is behind. And when I talk with the community here, they say, "Oh yeah, yeah, we had those problems before." So this is an opportunity here for me to really learn, gain experience, and really take my skills and pass them back to Jamaica. Um, I remember Jamaica used to have USEN, but I haven't seen that in the deaf community lately. It seems like they're gone. They're not there anymore. Another program that's gone as well, the other programs. So it would be nice to have a person who is Jamaican to partner with a company or something to go to Jamaica. But that's me. I can do that. I can partner as well. I have the culture, I have the understanding and the knowledge to do a mentorship program and to provide support and meet the need. Communication, Jamaica still is struggling with communication. We haven't figured it out yet. VRS, we haven't figured it out yet. We're still so far behind. The US has so much, and that means I need to take my knowledge and mentor and develop and provide so that the Jamaican deaf community has the same resources as here in the US.
I see.
One
Rohan?
thing, one thing I experienced growing up being poor, yes, obviously yeah, I was poor, but the experience, it was a different kind of level, different kinds of level of class when it comes to being poor. Now that I've seen that um, there's just like no stress. Most experience no stress. Yes, the negative is being poor, but the psychological part of it, yes, being poor, but they have food, they have a bed, they have a roof. There's so many beautiful things, and maybe using resources to build, a life. Yes, yeah, there might be money, but just, health and all the other positive things. Money is not the biggest part of it, right?
Yeah, Rain, you can go ahead.
It would be nice. I know there's certain organizations, JAD, um,
Yeah, so Bible translation.
the Bible's translation book, and you know what? As far as the Jamaican and the deaf and the religion, I would prefer setting up one main neutralized thing for everyone to use, for everyone to use and use it often. When people fly from other countries and they're wondering where they can get involved in a support group or anything in Jamaica, they may not want to be involved in certain groups because of the denomination. So there should be some neutralized organization um, that can be used by everyone.
I see your point. What we really want is an neutral organization, right? And for a collaboration there, clearly it's a deaf community. A deaf owned, deaf led. That's the aim. Okay.
Right.
Now, Rohan.
As far as finances, oh, is it government to finance? Okay. The issue is the same here. There's organizations where there's deaf. If we have that organization, we need to outsource, meaning like whether it's like fixing a roof or you have to pay to get these things fixed or cleaned. Instead, we can bring someone deaf in to help um, do these things and develop these things. But, that's just for an example.
Then another example. I got you. Thank you. That all this feedback, all this information. I feel like, wow, this is what I want. I'm really taking in everything. I'm seeing the vision. I see that you guys have already been in the various countries. You've experienced all these different things. You've seen the resources that are available. You've seen the different professional programs that are available. And Jamaica has a limited amount and trying to figure out how can we bridge this gap? How can we work with each other to better the Jamaican deaf community? How can we pass on information, liaise information? How can we do this?
Can you ask that question again?
Sure, sure. So in the States, you have ample resources. You have different professional programs, different organizations that are focused on uplifting the deaf. here in Jamaica, we have, a few organizations here and there, but not with enough resources. How can we collaborate together? How can we support each other, share knowledge, and not just for this to be a one-time initiative, but something that continuously improves the lives of the Jamaican deaf. Something that is permanent, that will be on for years and years, that is completely restorative for the Jamaican community.
So my question is, are you meaning
Right, Rohan, both
using
sides.
the Jamaica, using um the resources from America? Um, I feel a little uneasy when it comes to that because Jamaica just should have their own identity. You know what I mean? And their culture and their food and their life, the right food and all of that. You know what I mean? So, trying to match America with that, they may not all want that. So it should be their own identity, raising the money and the food, all those resources. The identity should stay the same based off of my viewpoint.
I agree. That's right. I agree. Here in Jamaica, we don't necessarily want to be on the same level as Americans, well, with the loss of identity. What we want is some way to work together without taking away from the identity of both countries. Not where we become more or they become less, something equal, something that's equitable. Not with any sort of resistance between the two, any tension between the two. One where America is uplifting Jamaica and we're uplifting America.
I was meaning culturally matching their culture. Yes, yes, the economy, economically and food. Um, I just feel, uneasy and awkward about it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Rohan. Nicola, you had some comments?
Yes, really, this is based on my experience living in Jamaica. A lot of people who I partnered with, many different programs as well, but none of them related to Jamaica culture. We would develop something, they would leave, and then that program would end. Uh, that long-term partnership, I just don't see happening. It dissolves. They're not from Jamaica. So we go through and we these experiences and with communication, having a shared goal, sharing information, having a long-term partnership, having a joint partnership project, working with both sides, working together, making sure we're both partners on that project, leadership opportunities, developing leaders, um, respecting, having mutual respect for each other. Okay, you live in the US. No, 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 no. You need to culturally be deaf. You need to be culturally from Jamaica. Oh, or the US has to come here. Just know, respecting both cultures, respecting that we can support each other on both sides. And then today in Jamaica, I notice people in the deaf community now, there are some people that try to become different. They need to be themselves, keep their community traditions, and share that. Work together to partner long term. I would like to see that. Many deaf Jamaicans live here in the US. We support, but then we lose touch or we lose that partnership. And we really need to keep that partnership strong for the deaf community, for Jamaica. There's so many struggles and they're waiting for support, but then they don't know what happened. They don't know what happened in Europe or the US or what's going on in the other countries. So it would be much more better to, see them hands-on, use Jamaicans and let them see what's going on, how is this developing, what's going on, rather than just being on our phones, using tablets. Um, and then blaming those other countries for not getting involved. I think using Jamaicans together while we're building with the other programs and that partnership is what we need.
I
Thank you
wanted
so
to add to
much,
that.
Nicola. Rohan?
I wanted to add to that. There's America, the American culture, and then there's the small island of Jamaica. They'll try to change Jamaican culture. There's the power, the education, and innovation that they may have. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Jamaica could have the same ideas. They can do the same thing. Um, having mentors, meeting with people, not changing it to American per se.
Thank you so much, Rohan. Ryan, Rain, do you have any feedback, any thoughts that you'd like to add to what Nicole and Rohan mentioned?
I already saw some acts happening that were positive. For example, I've noticed they would fly in um, over and partner with JCDP, I want to say it is, the Jamaican JDCP, yes, the Jamaican for the deaf. They would, just keeping communication with each other as far as the community there and the planning. And that's important. I think we could be more involved locally with local organizations in Jamaica to help them focus on the deaf community. And if possible, maybe Jamaica maybe can have some deaf events and invite people. They can, invite, maybe people to present, like presentations, maybe workshops. Now, again, they would have to pay, having to pay to, fly out here, things like that, to be involved, with these workshops and activities, maybe flying them out on the beach, and they could see all the different beautiful things, just to be around and enjoy their time there as well. And then there's the professional side of things as well. You know, there's a lot of many things that they can enjoy on the island. You know, you may be drinking beer, but then there's the professional part of things that they can focus on. There was a deaf conference, and we went to Jamaica, and they can share those positive experiences while being there.
I am on the same page. For those that have migrated to other countries and then visit Jamaica for pleasure, it's a part of their home. It's still their home. Doesn't mean that they're totally against everything. It'd be nice to have different teams here in Jamaica investing us in different ways, not just focusing on what America has and what we don't have, to focus on the things that we do have and use that to bridge the gap, to fill up the gaps that we have. I really enjoyed what you mentioned, Brian. Claudia, do you have anything to add? Thank you, Claudia.
Hi, sorry for my absence. Today, I had an overlapping meeting and I had two appointments at the same time. So, anyway, I will have to catch up with all of you and with this discussion. So, stepping back to the question, how do you guys sign diaspora? Okay, diaspora. Okay, thank you. So stepping back about diaspora, that concept in supporting the communities. Uh, so I will get to the second question, but first, I'm observing and I'm really seeing Jamaica and those who migrate. Um, it's strong here, as well as with other countries that they go to. But in the U.S., we do have a community here. There's many events, Jamaican events, many honors, award events. Jamaicans within the government, they come here and partner and mentor here and work with the diaspora community locally. and it's mostly hearing, those who can hear. So I'm really trying to knock on doors and get our deaf Jamaican community here to establish that same community where we can connect and work with the mainstream community as well. The reason for that is to have power, to have funding, and also to be able to share resources and work together with both communities. We want that opportunity. But there's still bias out there. There's still a lot of old stereotypes, attitudes, old thinking and beliefs. Oh, we are the deaf community, we have a disability, they don't need to be included. So the diaspora community within the mainstream community, they have that support, but it has been very frustrating for me to try to attend a conference. For example, there was one in Florida, that's my second home. They have an annual conference. It's a beautiful conference called the Jamaican Women of Florida. You can register, you can attend, but they won't provide interpreters.
That's sad.
So we're getting closer. I got very close to that attending that conference, and then they wouldn't. So I got my money back, and I was upset. How can we network? How can we work with the diaspora community? How can they support us and lift us up and grow that deaf Jamaican community as well? So that's a problem. But the solution and what I tell myself is I'm showing up with or without an interpreter. I don't care. I'm showing up. I'm going to be there. Sometimes people don't offer you a seat at the table. What you have to do is you have to bring your own chair and sit down. We all have to start showing up and being there and being visible. When we are absent from events, that means we're missing opportunities. So let's start. I know we want to be humble, but we got to show up and we got to have access. And over time, it'll be a realization that it's hard to ignore us. So I encourage you, and I will do the same. Find events here in Florida or wherever you live, whatever country that you immigrated to, and go to the Jamaican embassy. Show up there. Now for the second one also, why not recognize each other? Why not give awards to each other? We see deaf, hard of hearing Jamaicans and working for the government. There's many, many, many awards every year that are handed out. And do we see the deaf community getting them? We have to celebrate our community and our achievements. I want the mainstream community to recognize us, the deaf and hard of hearing Jamaican community, see us there, see our successes standing right before them. We have to celebrate our achievements. Don't wait for the opportunity. Move forward. Now is the time. I plan in the next year. I recognized that I'm missing events happening. I didn't know that they were there and available. I want to see us develop a calendar for events, having a calendar, and then start showing up to those events. Do you know what I'm saying? For example, for UWI, every year they have a disability studies conference. This year, I checked our deaf attending. I asked, they said, oh, I don't know. It's always so last minute. Okay, so let's get assertive. For 2027, let's put it on the calendar. So when it's coming close, we can share it with everybody and we actually show up, ask for interpreter access. Don't wait for those to kind of tell you what's happening. Get assertive. Let's change our attitudes and take control of the situation and of our future. Let's control our visibility. Instead of thinking, oh, we can't go, we can't do this, change our hearts, change our minds.
Yes, 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 and yes. Thank you so much, Claudia, for sharing everything that you just mentioned. I can really see Jamaica in your heart there as you're explaining everything that you explained, especially with the part about the chair, bring your own chair to the table, grabbing the opportunity, taking the chances. I see that Jamaican heart. I see that connection. I see
Yes.
it.
Yes.
And yeah, man, Jamaica, them not take up them chair, bring it up, kiss them teeth, and go into the meeting. We do things our way. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you again for everyone for sharing your experiences, how we can collaborate with the Jamaican deaf community, and how we can uplift and enrich, how we can support. I think I have about two final questions before we are closing off. In terms of resources, the resources that are present in other countries compared to the organizations that we have here in Jamaica, how can we, combine the resources of other countries with the organizations that we have here? And how can we ensure that, especially for Claudia, what Claudia mentioned earlier, how can we ensure that this is something that is sustained? Because usually, once those partnerships begin, over time, they tend to dissipate. How can we keep that going? How can we keep that up and running for years and years? Not to, just be there for the time and then after some time, the support lessens, the connections lessens. What do you guys think? Okay, Rohan, you can go ahead.
I think they'd be ready to um dissipate because they're not there. They're not there to support no matter what. They won't stay or provide those resources ongoing. Everything that Jamaica wants to be involved in or advocated for or supported, I see that in Canada when Canada gives a lot, education, schools, all they say we already gave it to you and that's it. It's our time to go. I'm not going to stay for a long time. That's what my viewpoint is and what I've experienced, have seen and seen. Partnering and then growing it, we have to figure out what resources um, that that should be involved. Like for example, like a sign language interpreter on TV, like just going back and forth with each other. Checking with other communities, they'll say, they'll let me know what happened, and not in front of the group, but it'll be outside of a group. So we would talk, and they would tell me just one on one, and then they'd advertise that. So with that information, I saw, I didn't need to discuss it, but for example, I s-
The term deaf and dumb,
the term deaf and dumb. If America feels like it's dumb and they're deaf and dumb, that
don't use that term anymore.
they don't use that term anymore for, interpreters. So I know when I need to go in, they feel like, it's not as important. But some people, they might not understand that. So it's something that they have to figure out. But some people assume that people that move to America mean everything is good in America. There's still a struggle there. They still need support from Jamaica. Once they migrate out into a different world and have these new experiences, um, it may not fit them, or they just feel like it's really rough for them and they feel alone. And with Jamaica, they had so many different people to hang out with, to be around. Whereas in America, it may be so very, very segregated and very, very separated. So
So them all right.
so they may need that support as well. And budgeting is complicated. Paying taxes, you have to follow certain taxes. Um, and so it's very, very stressful. So I'm assuming that, it's just, supporting, not only just supporting Jamaicans in Jamaica, but supporting the ones that have migrated out to America.
Add to what you said, Ryan, many Jamaicans believe that those that are in the States don't necessarily need our support. They still need it. We need to support each other. There needs to be a mutual exchange. When you're in Jamaica, think that, okay, you're in the States, you have everything, you can support us here. Oh, frozen. I'm not sure if anyone can.
Yep.
Oh, his answer
She's
frozen.
asking how can we say that in both ways they need support
Mm.
in both directions?
Yeah, you know what? Them being over there in the Americas, we should be building each other up, whether they're in America or Jamaica. They may need help, as far as the resources, not gossiping and saying, oh, they went over here and they don't need us, just not sharing the information. We did see on Facebook in the Jamaican community, there was a post, trying to find information. So maybe we can let them know, maybe sharing something in private with people, or generalized information, we can just generalize it and post it. Maybe there's other um, Jamaicans that maybe someone may not know, and we just may not know. They may not know
Right,
there's someone there.
right. That is exactly right. I've noticed for many Jamaicans that migrate to other countries. And I'll be like, oh, I'm here in Jamaica, you're there in the States. Where's the connection? You have friends in America. Why didn't you depend on them? You have the connections there. I've seen that as a rampant message. I see that all the time, right?
Yeah, they're saying, "Oh, well, I didn't know this person," or it can cause some confusion.
Clifton, oh, sorry, Claudia, you wanted to mention something.
Yes, I would like to add to the conversation. I think one challenge for our community, our deaf community in Jamaica, they are there plus here, and then those within the diaspora community. There is no one umbrella organization to speak of. That infrastructure, that foundation that can unite us all. We have such different groups and division among our group. And like we just saw with the hurricane, all the different deaf organizations, they were all doing their own thing. Again, it was great work, but where in reality is the communication? Is the sharing of resources? I'm going to take care of this, working together, compromising, that partnership. It felt like they were working against each other instead of collaborating. If we are divided, we can't stand and we will crumble.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It like if a house is divided, it can't sustain itself. So as a community, we must find a common ground that unites us, that instead of competing and one-upping each other, so to speak, we need each other. We need to work together. We need to say, hey, this is your strength. You take care of this. This organization does this well. That's your responsibility. Would you mind adding that to your plate? That's communication. That's sharing resources, making sure that we're on the same page. Everyone with social media needs to have a formalized infrastructure, a way of communication. And relating to your question, providing that support and then that support going away, it weakens that community. So once that support goes away and that division, we have to be united. So when that support goes away, that program support goes away, we still have that support. I am responsible for my deaf community and that divide, building more unity. Without unity, with unity we can achieve anything, and we need to be collaborate. It's hard, but it's not impossible.
Right. It is hard, but not impossible. I agree. I agree. We all need to be on the same page, working together for our common goal, not to be divided, focusing on ourselves, organizations doing their own thing, coming together as one where we can support everyone, support the entire Jamaican deaf community. Thank you so much, Claudia, for mentioning that.
Of course.
Okay, so it looks like Nicola, you have something else to add, and then I'll go to my last question.
Yes, relating to unity. Really, my emphasis is with the people, all of us. Oh, I'm
Longer than
sorry.
Oh,
a leader. With Jamaica, there's the biggest concern is once there's a new leader, there the skill set is they're awkward with the skill set that they may have. They may not be as skilled, and so once they leave, you know, once there's three or four more people that come in, it may develop a little bit better and continue on and keep the Jamaican organization strong.
right. For a long-lasting partnership, for a long-term partnership, for continued growth, if we continue setting organizations up and then that organization loses the current leadership and then goes down, what we want is one organization with one leader and working with that. Nicola, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So relating to unity, one thing I have seen a recurrent problem with is so many people that live in the US go to Jamaica. They don't look at us as Jamaicans within the Jamaican island. They view us as Americans now. They say, "Oh, you live in another country. You're not from here." They don't see us as Jamaicans. They see us as foreigners. That's a struggle. Once you see me as a Jamaican, you can build that rapport much easier with the people. When you see me from another country, that relationship struggles. And you want to help, you want to support, but they're like, oh, you live far away. You look like you think you're better than us because you live in another country now. And that's not it. That's a problem with some people. Um, and we just can't be like that. When people start the partnership and want to form that, like Claudia said, that umbrella organization that we can be united under, that unity isn't there. The umbrella isn't there. There's so much struggle between the different peoples and the different groups. That partnership, that unity, that strength, that if we had that umbrella organization, would be hugely beneficial. At the start, just trying to get people to be a part of that community. I want those who move away to be looked at as Jamaicans, as they are part of the community. And I think that's some of the problem. Being a giver, being a giver. They think, give us funding. Oh, where are you from? Oh, you're from far. Give us something. Like we always have to give to be a friend instead of, hey, I want to be your partner. Take my hand. So that I see how to address that with people, not sure.
Hmm. The Jamaican diaspora and the Jamaican community, we have our differences, we have our different perspectives. It was really nice listening to your experiences and see how it can relate to those other Jamaican diaspora and those are living in the Jamaicas and how we can build that bridge between the two. We really hope that that bridge can be built and sustained where we can continuously support each other. I was looking through people that have been watching our live stream. I'm gonna see what questions they've dropped and maybe share that with you. I'm a little bit curious. Okay. Do any of you want to share, or do you have any remaining comments about how we can uplift, support, and partner with the Jamaican deaf community? You can, it's a free session. You can share any comments.
Neutral organizations, um, and developing resources. We can help support, support that or something, any developing resources.
Yes, thank you so much, Rohan. We here in Jamaica, we do need help with developing resources, help with building a neutral organization. Is there anything that you'd like to share to those Jamaicans that are on stream right now to see how we can exactly set that up, how we can move forward? Oh, Ryan, you can go ahead, or Rain.
I think one good thing Jamaica can benefit from is dependent on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all those things. Um, Training them how to use that and building their foundation when it comes to that. Growing their foundation, sending that out on the social media based off their culture, their holidays, celebrations, you know, certain things that are local, you know. Now, if, they say I have an idea, like as far as like, you know, football, what you would call it, or soccer, building that foundation. I just don't know when it comes to that local part, but developing new social media name, like pictures, posts, building that, for example. There was a guy, Justin Forbes. He was good with designs and graphics, and he can help with that. Developing, good camera, like following, like, video recordings. That's one positive. Helping, you know, with social media. We don't want anything to get hijacked or anything. So we want to be safe with it. But there's four or five, six different friends that are the same person that are requests, and then finally accepting it, and then the following week there's another request, and then having to break that cycle as far as social media again, or a page. So you have to train how to protect and keep things private as well. So that's one thing to be aware of. Putting things out in social media. Let's say there's certain hurricanes that happen, they can record a video and see, record something that what disasters have happened. Um, there's different things that they can post based off of what they are experiencing.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan. Did anyone else have something to add? Oh, Claudia. Okay, Claudia, you can go ahead.
Claudia, yep, this is my sign name. It's fine if you use CG. That's my sign name too. So I'm not really sure about the question, but I'm going to answer anyway. Uh, I'm going to kind of jump on to what Ryan said as well. And so just thinking, I always think about the children in the future. It was just, yeah, last year I brought professional friends from the US. And lawyers, teachers, principals, presidents, many different vocations, technology, DJs. And we went to the Danny Williams School and then also LMG to provide exposure to those children of the different jobs and vocations that they could have. And it was beautiful. It was an amazing day. Uh, they want us back, but we were able to get the parents involved in that event as well too. And so that's where my heart is focusing on the young children and education and educating their parents and their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles. Invest in them. invest in them, see that we have potential, not that we need to be pushed aside as a deaf people. Figure out a way to reach the family when the kids are young. That could be reading stories, going once a month to the deaf community, going to JSL. Yeah, JSL.
JSLBT.
JSLBT, thank you. Because many of those kids are isolated, and that hurts my heart, especially during COVID time. You know, the school was not available. And the school can be their sanctuary and their safe place. They get exposed to education, to language. During COVID, everybody was isolated, and especially our community taking advantage of that technology during that time, bringing reading to them during that time, advancing their skills, and bringing knowledge to the parents through technology. The kids are our future.
Thank you. Thank you so much again, Claudia. I think what our community really wants to see, and not to really put emphasis on the adults, but emphasis on the deaf youth, that age between toddler to teenager, giving them access to education, access to language, access to reading, and getting them involved. We want it to be an inclusive approach. We really want to uplift. We want to help the deaf youth. I'm just thinking, this is really close and near and dear to my heart. Nicola, I think you had something that you wanted to add.
Yeah, relating to the children, uh, with my children now, I want to what I want to say is, um, the saying you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That saying, look at the kids now. They're ready. They're ready. Um, and people think the deaf community is slowly dying, but that's not happening. There's going to be more and more deaf people always, and they're right there. The kids are right there. Um, it's nice to have resources, professionals, mentors, educators, but as for the children, I just want to mention concerns about the children with reading and writing and not having good skills with that. I'm hoping and they would really benefit from the parents being educated too. Um, but hold on that topic. I want to say a black person from the US, but saying, "Oh, I've never seen black deaf people before." I've had somebody say that from another community. I've seen plenty of white deaf children, and so it got me thinking, like, wow, um, a lot of children might have attitudes and be to education, be like, so I don't want that. um, just motivating them to soar in school and to learn. Look at Claudia going over and teaching them that Black people can do that, the Black community can succeed. Deaf can. Just to think that, hey, I'm deaf, okay, I can't do anything, I can't work, I can't do certain things. No, just teaching them about education, providing for them, partnering. That is so great, but also giving deaf children education through school, like in the US here, having that concept. It's just so important. Like you said, start with the children.
Yeah, Rohan, you go ahead.
Yeah, just with adding to what Nicola said, as far as mentoring, some deaf leaders can build up for our young generation as well. So that was a um, good idea as far as leadership, mentoring, uh, working with big corps. Um, so mentoring would help, and maybe something like that may help as well. And I have a question.
Yeah,
The
right.
Young Leadership Group, is that still going on? I remember
I'm not sure.
before they had a group, a young group, leadership group, and but I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh,
They're still involved.
yeah, we definitely want to keep that up and running. I think it's still there. I think we have a small organization for deaf youth leadership. I'm not sure if it's still running. Honestly, I haven't really heard much from that side of things. I can try to contact.
On the young leadership, there was one in the high school, and that was very, very beneficial. As far as the foundation of where I live. So, it was fun. It was really fun. It wasn't just based off of just leadership, but it was very fun. And the kids, they'll have a lot of questions for the adults, like for like people like yourselves.
Yes, I think I've checked with, I need to really check to see if that deaf youth leadership group is still up and running. See if they have any plans for the future, if they need support, seeing exactly how they're planning to progress. I will check. Thank you for reminding me about that, giving me that comment. Yeah, this has been an amazing experience. You are all amazing people. Thank you so, so much for all of your comments, all of your feedback, everything that you've mentioned here, especially those that are watching. I'm sure that it's impacted them, impacted all of us here today. For those, the Jamaican diaspora has gone to different countries, acknowledging that there's still struggles there, there's still suffering there, and still making it through. And trying to share that same mindset with the deaf Jamaicans that we have here in hopes of developing a partnership. And yes, I've noticed that some of you have, some that have moved away. They've tried to get back in with Jamaica, develop workshops, provide education programs, do different things on social media, trying to gain support. And I really would want that to continue. I really want that to continue for the Jamaican diaspora and the Jamaican deaf community with aims of development, aims of collaboration, and a partnership that is sustained and long lasting. We really need a long-term partnership, especially for the deaf youth, for deaf children, to continue the generational knowledge. I'm really looking forward to how we can progress. Thank you so much, all. I want to express my gratitude. You are awesome, amazing people. I feel your hearts and everything that you have mentioned. We know that you are Jamaicans always, always and forever. You are always in our hearts.
I'm gonna have to have a tattoo. I love you guys.
All right, I will go ahead and hand over to Amanda. Everyone else, you can turn off your spotlights and we will spotlight Amanda. Thank you. Thank you so much. This was awesome. This was amazing. The different commentary, all these different comments, these tips. It was really engaging, right? Really engaging. It was a wonderful learning experience. Um, if you need any sort of support, any need of help, any sort of guidance, professional or otherwise, ask them. Ask our panelists that we had here today. Come on. Come on, man. Thank you everyone for watching. We're really happy that we're able to share this experience with you to gain awareness, develop awareness about what's happening here in Jamaica, in the Jamaican deaf community. And thank you all for watching, whether you're on Facebook, on YouTube, on Zoom, our team that we have here on Zoom. Thank you everyone for working so hard. And thank you for our country sign interpreters, Andre and Tashay, and for our JSL and ASL interpreters. Thank you all for your willingness to interpret for us. We're super grateful. And we have Rachel, Kenneth, who are ASL interpreters. Thanks so much to you both. And then we have our JSL interpreter, Phoebe. Thank you so much for interpreting all the way. Thank you all. It was a beautiful experience. And now we're going to close off. Thank you all. Bye-bye.